This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Is that your opening?
That is.
That's your free ball opening?
It's not my free ball opening. That's apparently how we greet each other these days.
Oh, because I do that to you in the gym? Well, I waved to everybody in the gym.
You waved to your wife like that in the gym?
I waved you like I didn't know you.
You did. Like, oh, it's good to see you. I see you every day, but I don't actually know your name.
Good to see you. What's your name? Today, we're doing a weird thing. We didn't warm up for the podcast. We just sat down and we're free balling it.
I love it.
Because the cousin Tracy's coming into town. She's going to walk through this door at any time. We're trying to bust this out before she gets into town.
I love it. You hate it.
Right.
You had no idea what was coming at you.
Right.
Zero idea what was coming at you.
I didn't have the wave thing. Because Kylie and her friend Janine go to the gym and they just like to make fun of me for some reason. Like I'm on the treadmill.
I have a podcast that makes fun of you.
Oh, that's right.
My life is based off of making fun of you.
The whole podcast is to look at me and make fun of me. That works out. I got thick skin. I'm an actor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are.
I'm a ham.
You are that.
And I got thick skin.
Yes.
And, that's why I got high anxiety. Is she looking at me? Are they looking at me?
Right.
That's why I'm shy in the gym. I say hi. I wave my hand. Hi. That's it.
As if I don't sleep with you in the same bed every night.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Because once I fall asleep, I don't know if you're there or not. You could get up and go out partying all night.
Actually, I probably could, and you might not know it.
Yeah. She gets her. I start to fall asleep. She gets her book out.
Yep.
Starts
the second
to read.
I feel like a hand relax, and I can feel like your body relax, and I'm like, and book.
And out. You head out to the smoking bar with my mom.
Yes.
I'm gonna sneak out with your mom to the smoking bar.
She picks me up, and we go.
Speaking of the smoking bar, Kylie and I reek of the smoking bar right now.
I changed before we started this podcast,
and you still smell like smoke.
And I can still smell it on me. Like I think my bra is embedded, is that the right word, with smoke?
Caked with smoke.
Yes. Like I might have to take a shower if I want any action later.
Well, we both smell like
it.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're okay with it?
Yeah, I don't care. Smoking bar. I like barflies.
Oh, okay. Reminds you of your youth?
Yeah.
It's like you're single again?
No, it's like where my mom used to take me when I was a kid.
These happy childhood memories.
Right, yeah. Here, suck on this popsicle. I'm going to put you under the counter.
You can just sit by my feet.
Right, sit by my feet.
And be quiet.
Here's
a popsicle.
Here's a popsicle. Anybody got a cigarette?
Yeah.
We used to really do that. My mom worked at this place when we moved to Tahoe called the Grog and Grist. And the Grog and Grist was like a liquor store that sold
sandwich. Did they sell sandwiches?
No, at that time they didn't sell sandwiches. No.
When I was a kid, they sold sandwiches.
It was very popular when I was in high school too. They put a deli in.
Yeah.
But no, it was just a liquor store and convenience store.
Why does it sound like it's a right fit for your mom to work at a liquor store?
Yeah, and they sold cigarettes too.
It's like her calling.
No, she loved it. She worked there with a couple girls, and it was like so we would my dad would pick us up when he got home from work. He didn't get home to work till late, so she had to go to work. So we would sit under the counter. She would go to
she worked nights?
Well,
or afternoons?
She would work nights, yeah, but she would work like 3 o'clock to night till they closed or whatever. And all the cops, so she was friends with all the cops, would go there. And she would put us under the counter and just give us like we'd go pick out whatever kind of popsicle.
Lollipop.
The big thing was just like, yeah, just take whatever you want. We just take whatever we want off the shelves and eat it. And
it's fine. Have a snack.
Yeah, right. No one kept any inventory or anything like that.
Oh, my Lord.
Right. And we'd just sit under there. She'd wait on everybody, and we'd sit under the counter and eat popsicle until my dad picked us up.
Well.
And a couple times she got me rides in police officers' cars and stuff.
For fun, not because you got arrested?
No, not because I got arrested.
Just checking.
Yeah, so we used to do that at the Grog and Grist, and my dad, one thing when my dad used to pick us up, that my mom would go out with the girls from the Grog and Grist, and they'd stay out like 2 in the morning. My dad got all mad.
I was going to say, I don't see your dad enjoying that.
At the time, it wasn't the Hyatt where they had the gambling. It was called King's Castle.
Oh, yes, you've told
me
that.
So he'd have to call down to the King's Castle.
Diane.
And messenger.
Pager.
Yeah. Are you going to come home?
Petrilla, Al's looking for you.
She's out with the girls. But she said, it was the funnest days. So fun.
Who would feed you dinner?
The popsicle under the
So now we're wondering why your teeth are so bad.
No, don't. If my mom hears this, she'll get so mad you just said that.
She will hear
My
this.
teeth are mad from the Taco Bell.
So are mad? They're mad?
Are bad.
Actually, it's a genetic
thing. My teeth
are
mad.
It's a genetic.
My teeth are very angry.
They are right now. It's a genetic thing, I know. I just like to make joke of it, light of it.
Yeah, if you had teeth that fall out of your mouth, you wouldn't be making fun of it.
You do realize I have 17 fillings, right?
Yeah, why do you have so many fillings?
That's also a genetic thing. It's like the bacteria in my mouth that I cannot control.
What does that mean? You have nasty bacteria in your mouth?
Essentially.
Or you don't brush your teeth
No. It's the bacteria.
Oh.
I could brush my teeth all day long, and I would
you
still
get
have
cavities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many cavities.
Like every time I go to my 6-month cleaning, they have to like chip away the plaque after 6 months. I have like really hard.
So if you went a year, you'd just be
oh
thick
my god.
plaque. See, me, I hardly have any plaque.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any teeth.
Because I had to like cancel an appointment, so I got pushed back to like 9 months once, and she was like, "You can't go this long," and I was like, "Well, I didn't do it on purpose." Like,
right.
And she's like, "Yeah, you're just your genetic makeup. There's nothing you can do to make it better. There's nothing you can do to make it worse. Just it sucks."
Well, what are you gonna do?
Have a lot of fillings.
Chisel that shit out.
Have a good dentist.
Yeah. But people are coming into town now for the funeral, my papa's funeral.
Yes, it's becoming a family reunion.
Yeah, it's Monday. My cousin Jeff was going to come into town, but he can't. He had
he had to cancel.
Emergency and could not come.
I know, we're kind of sad.
I know, we're going to get him on the podcast, and we'll talk about what happened to him.
We will?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if he wants to.
Yeah, if he wants to come on, we'll talk about this whole thing.
I know it's kind of.
I was kind of bummed he was not coming, but cousin Tracy's coming, so she's going to walk through the door.
She's going to be ready for a cocktail when she gets here.
She definitely will be. Yeah, we'll have some good laughs.
It's kind of. I was just thinking. I just thought of this. I haven't even been thinking of it. That, like a death in the family is like sad, but like a weird blessing because it's like you're sad you lost someone you love, but it's like the family all gets together and you get to hang out and you end up at the end of the day like laughing, having fun.
It has a common.
Yes, and you guys.
Aunt Paula put it the best. So she sent me this nice, pretty long text. Beautiful text.
It was a beautiful text.
Yeah, and she said, on another note at the end, it basically said, "Let me know all the jokes that are happening because I know you guys are going to have so much fun." And it is true. We are having fun.
And it's not. It's like anytime someone dies, which I guess that's nice because like that person brings you together and like you end up getting so much joy from that person's life.
When I die, I think people would have a lot of jokes.
I got a ton.
Right. You can just play the podcast for everybody. At my funeral, just play one episode.
I'll put together a reel.
Yeah,
of all like your one-liners.
I want like a 8-minute reel.
8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes reel. Trust me, you can do it. Look at this is our 79th episode.
Oh my goodness.
We had Podcast Dan over the other night.
Yes, I didn't realize it was 79.
Yeah, we have Podcast Dan over, and yeah, he's still impressed with us though. He is impressed with us. I mean,
79.
Yeah, 80.
Got to keep going.
Joe Biden's turning 80 on Sunday, and we're doing our 80th podcast next week. I don't know if that means anything.
I don't think it does. But
we saw that Joe Biden's daughter got married. Granddaughter got married at the White House.
At the White House today.
How cool would that be? To have your wedding at the White House. All your guests would be like, "I'm going.
Right.
I'm going."
Except you have to get like a pat down by a Secret Service. You'd enjoy that. Secret Service person.
You don't get pat down. You go through metal detectors and shit. Here's a good question.
Yeah.
Who pays for that wedding? If it's at the White House, the president, do you think...
You and I paid for it? Yeah,
what do you think the tax...
yes, 100%. I don't know if we paid for all of it, but we paid for the security of it.
Definitely paid for the security. Paid for the... I bet you paid for the food and everything.
At the end of the day, probably, yeah.
What do you think they paid for? There's no way they paid anything.
Probably not. I mean, she bought her dress. That's about it.
Yeah, she bought her dress and I mean, you think
because they probably use like the White House catering staff.
Of course,
yes, they
have
one.
There's an open bar. Open bar is like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in all reality. If you have a 300-400 person wedding, it's $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
up to 10, I'd say.
The White House has a staff bar and catering.
Built in, yeah.
Built in, I would think.
You and I paid for that.
No, but I mean,
of you out there.
That's a good question to ask, and I'm sure if you ask them, they would say. Does anybody ask that in the press conference?
Absolutely not.
Who paid for the wedding?
No, Because either way, Social Security, Secret Security has to be there because the president's there.
Yeah.
And they have to be there because
it's the White House, so I get that.
Right. So you and I are paying for that.
But security's going to be there if Joe Biden goes to the private wedding.
Which we pay for that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot we paid for.
I mean, the dinner's like $200 a plate in all reality.
Sure, yeah.
So do you think the family just pays for that, or Joe Biden writes a check out of his personal account?
Absolutely not.
Or Joe Biden's the grandfather. Do you think the son or daughter, whose daughter that is?
I think she's a Biden, so I think it's his son.
Yeah. There's no way that anybody pays any money for this wedding, right?
No, right.
Think about it. The White House just puts it on. It's another fucking party.
A lot of thousands of people paid for it.
Yeah.
That's who paid for it.
I mean, it's a question to ask. I wonder if anybody really asked that question.
100% nobody has asked that question. At least today.
I have no idea.
No.
But it's kind of a smart thing when you're thinking about it, right?
Yeah. The taxpayers paid for that wedding.
Right. I wonder
why we have inflation right now.
Hell of a wedding.
We just paid for a wedding.
It's a hell of a wedding. I wonder if this guy knows anything about it.
Hey, everybody. This is Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. You want a custom home from a Southern California premier home builder? Call me, Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. 310-465-3347.
Do you think that they hire Joe to either be a security or a driver?
Joe LaMonica would be the limo driver.
Right.
Yeah, for the wedding. When Skyler gets married, I'm going to see if she can get married at the White House.
I mean...
Her and Charlie at the White House. Oh, my God. Scratch that. We'll edit that out, Skyler. You didn't hear that. Don't let Charlie listen to this. I just said his name because he was around.
You're pushing things, yeah.
Skyler and her future husband, whoever that may be at any old time.
Well, maybe if you become a senator, I can make that happen.
Oh, yeah. You're still running for Senate?
This week, yeah.
You don't even know what Senate does,
I don't actually know what a senator does.
Right. Anybody can write in, let Kiley know.
Please tell me. Does anyone actually know what a senator does besides vote on some stuff?
Well, they vote on a lot of stuff.
I know, but what else?
Well, they're.
I know you have
they go in the hallway, they ask
platform.
questions, and then
They ask questions.
well, they answer questions from everybody. The press.
I mean, I can do that right now.
Yeah. So I if Nancy Pelosi can do it, you can do it.
She's not a senator.
I know, but still, either way.
I agree.
I think you should run for House. It's better to run for House because there's less.
I don't know if they do
you just got to know your district, and you say, "Hey, I'm just here for Nevada. I'm just here for my district, Washoe County, whatever."
I know. What gets more shit done though?
Senator.
Yeah, so I need to go with
because ultimately senator. But I don't know. You got to get a good platform and ready to go.
I'm working on that, and I feel like it's coming along.
Yeah, you can get everybody at the smoking bar to vote for you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we just gave our card to the bartender at the smoking bar. Yeah, I don't know. You got to start doing something with it.
I have. I've been thinking. All
right. Well, let us know when you're running, and we'll
right.
promote it.
I'm debating now if maybe 2 years is too soon, and I go 4 years. I don't know.
We'll see. Anyway, we got a funeral to do.
Okay, off of that.
Yeah. Tomorrow, everybody's coming over for breakfast. Kylie and I are going to make a really good breakfast.
Speaking of politics, though, and senators and House, you are going to be the Speaker of the House on Monday.
I'm the Speaker of the House.
Right. You're going to be the Speaker of the House.
I always give a speech at my grandparents' funerals.
Did you get... You've only done one. But
this will be my second one. This will be my second one. What are you doing to the mic stand?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to adjust my mic, but it's
moving
the whole stand.
Pulling over. You're going to tip over everything for some reason. Why isn't your mic adjusted?
I'd like to move. I'm feeling very loose today.
You're moving a lot today. Extra lot.
Because I just had 2 glasses of wine, and I'm pulling this out of my ass.
Oh.
Right.
Nice.
I'm all anxious. We're having guests.
Why don't you take a shit?
What does that have to do with taking a shit? What is anxious? Do you get anxious and take a shit?
I don't know. I said that.
Do you need to take a shit?
I always need to take a shit.
Okay.
Off the rails.
Okie dokes.
How
many glasses of alcohol did you have?
I had 4 drinks, and I'm having my 5th one here.
So if he's a little slurry tonight.
I am not slurry. I promised I was not going to be slurry on this thing tonight.
Okay, we'll listen back in here.
Yeah. If it's slurry, I'm going to redo it.
Okay,
so fuck
great.
it. Dan, redo it. Redo the whole thing,
Can Dan edit out your slurs?
I doubt it.
I doubt that also.
But yeah, I'll be speaking at Papa's funeral. I think I got a good little speech to do. And then my mom was like, yeah, you speak, you kind of speak for her, but, I got to throw a couple things in for her. one of the funniest things I thought, and I might say in the speech, was when we were in there and Papa was,
on his last day,
pretty much on his deathbed.
It was his last day, yeah.
Well, it was his last day.
It was his last day.
Sure, he died that night.
He did.
Jeez Louise. My mom's standing there, and the hospice lady comes in there, and she's like, oh, is this your, are you his wife?
She said something. Oh, yes.
And my Papa was pretty out of it, but he went,
I don't know what happened who was there, but you guys were retelling me the story.
He like gyrated
and he like was laughing when you retold the story.
I swear he had like a smile on his face.
I swear he did too.
And we were all just busting up because my Papa really likes to look good.
Yes,
and
young.
He always took pride in combing his hair, slicking it back. He put Vaseline in it, and he wasn't very
Is that where you get your
great.
vanity from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me vanity. You see cousin Jeff. He's not here at the funeral, but he's got real vanity. He every mirror he walks by, he fixes
Gotta make sure
himself.
he looks good.
Yeah, he fixes himself. He's a good-looking guy.
He is.
Runs in the family. But yeah. So Papa, I'm gonna speak there, and I'll throw a few things in for my mom. Should I put that joke in?
I think that you should. Yes, because it was like the last time, and all of us agreed that
we saw him laugh.
He laughed over it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think you should put that in.
I will. My mom won't care.
I think, and I also said, I'm like, hey, it's like you and me. He kind of, I think he enjoyed that as well.
Oh, yeah, you said that
I was like, that's
yeah.
going to be like you and me one day.
Yeah. Well, my Papa liked the ladies. When you heard your voice, he liked it.
He did perk up when I came in the room.
Yeah. So, but anyway, he was a good guy.
He was.
Everybody really liked him.
Yes.
A very kind guy. So, he'll be missed.
He will be.
He'll be part of my speech on Monday.
Your Speaker of the House speech.
Yeah. And hopefully Tanner, I think, is going to say a few words.
I feel like that's very appropriate.
I don't think Uncle Tom is. He looked like he wasn't going to.
Some people are not good
public
speakers, and I get that.
I don't know
Sometimes
if I am, but I just go for it. I don't have, I'm used to being in front of people, though.
Right. So I'd say yes. Sometimes it's actually easier for people to talk about not themselves. Like, I'm really good when I'm not talking about something that I could like fail at, which maybe Senate is a horrible thing for me to run for.
Right.
But
you could lose.
Like in college, when I had to do like my presentations, I would get so nervous because it's like I'm presenting on my stuff. If you don't like it, then
well, what you learn from acting and stuff and public speaking,
which I didn't do acting at that time, so I probably am actually better.
What you learn from acting and public speaking is that it's basically what you are is self-conscious, and you wonder how people are judging you.
Yeah.
But what you realize is people aren't judging you. They're actually rooting for you.
It's true.
So if you're going in for an acting audition, the casting directors, they're looking for you.
To cast
They're looking
somebody.
for the person. They're not saying, look at this guy. They're fat. They're skinny. They're this.
No.
They're just looking for the person. And they're actually, they want you to do good.
They're not looking to find that person.
They're not looking for failures. They're looking for success.
It's true.
So you got to realize they want you. So when you're public speaking, also people want you to succeed. They want to do this. They want to feel your emotions. So as soon as you start putting up the walls, like, "Are you judging me or looking at me?" They're thinking that, and it looks funny, and that's how you get, that's how you feel uncomfortable. Because if you feel uncomfortable, they feel uncomfortable.
I just want you to know I'm going to be judging the fuck out of you on Monday.
What does that mean?
I'm just joking.
You won't judge me.
I'm getting in your head.
Everything I say, you laugh at.
I know. If I haven't judged you yet after all this time, I'm not going to on Monday.
Yeah, I'll do just
You'll
fine.
Probably look at me for some reassurance.
As soon as I see you, I'll be, well, yeah, I'm reassured. I'm very reassured and ready to do it.
Okay.
And we're doing this funeral on Monday, and coming up is Thanksgiving right after that.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know. It's
a crazy week.
I think that's why I'm feeling a little stressed, because it's like,
right.
a lot going on.
Yeah, we're working. We got this going on.
This shit, yeah.
Kylie volunteers to friggin' bake a turkey for her work
on
Monday.
Wasn't planning on going to a funeral on Monday also. We're having a Thanksgiving potluck, so I was like, I'll take one for the team. I'll make the turkey.
This is what I don't get. Why do you have a Thanksgiving potluck when everybody's going to have Thanksgiving and Friendsgiving and bullshit giving?
It's a wonderful question.
How many turkey dinners can people eat? Now you're going to have one at your work.
I'm not even going to eat it. I'm going to
everybody's going to be 100 pounds heavier when they get back to work.
I don't know. I know.
Everybody's so fat their eyes will be closed. They won't be able to open them.
We're not feeding the patients.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. I'm just kidding. But so they have a sign-up list.
Yes.
And first thing I say is, just sign up for the pumpkin
Somebody
pies.
already did.
Okay. And someone's bring mashed potatoes.
Somebody did that too.
Stuffing.
I didn't want to make stuffing. That's almost as hard as a turkey.
Someone's bringing all this shit to your work party.
Yeah.
So
no one would sign up for the turkey. Nobody.
Yeah, because no one wants to bake a fucking turkey.
Right.
And what are you doing?
Making a fucking turkey.
Right. That's crazy.
I know. Well, I was fine.
What's that sound? Is that our heater?
That's the heat.
I was going to turn that down.
Well, son of a bitch. You want me to go hit it?
Nah, that's fine.
No, I was going to take one for the team because I'm like a mature, responsible adult. So I was like, I will make the turkey. And then it's like, fuck, I have to make a turkey, drop it off at work essentially, and leave.
Right.
It's fine.
If it tastes like shit, no one will tell you.
I know, I won't even know. Like, good luck.
When
Don't
are you
like choke on a bone tomorrow.
Sunday?
I'm going to make it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
While we're watching football.
All right.
Yeah. Good luck to me. And you, because you have to deal with me.
Right. Yeah. Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrola Concrete Construction and doTERRA Essential Oils. You can get those from Aisla Mueller. And her handle at Instagram is
at Instagram or?
Her handle at Instagram.
Oh, yeah, that's
with
right.
Instagram.
Sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is at This Essential Life. That's how you can get a hold of her.
Right.
If you need to get some
oils. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I just thought of
oils.
something non-relevant to this podcast.
What do you mean?
It has nothing to do with.
Go ahead, say it. People might want to know.
Oh no, I just
say it.
Had a random thought 6 weeks later that Lauren asked for how to order from her, and I never got back to her.
Yeah. Well, if Lauren listens to this podcast, go at This Essential Life. While I'm playing this commercial right now, I want you to go turn down that heater because it's driving the shit out of me.
Deal.
Since we started doing this podcast, I'm sensitive to sound, and so I need that down.
I will gladly go turn it off for you.
All right. Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by these guys.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
G&E Painting and Drywall, servicing Reno, Tahoe, and Truckee areas for over 25 years.
Call G&E today for all of your painting and drywall needs at 775-833-0551.
The funniest thing I saw is I'm doing this, and then you're checking your text or something out there. What are you doing?
No, right?
You go out there to turn the heater off, then you check your phone.
No, my phone was sitting on the table under the thermostat, and right as I turned it off, my phone beeped. Like I had a notification, and I was like, well, shit, I'll turn that off too.
Was it Carly?
No, it was Instagram.
Oh, it was Instagram. We were just talking about that.
Yes, it was Instagram.
How funny.
So I turned that off so it wouldn't beep, and you would yell at that too.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're doing a weird thing for Thanksgiving this year. Not weird thing, but we're just going with your parents.
It's real quiet and mellow, yeah.
The kids are with their mom.
Yep.
And so everybody is gonna come to our house on Sunday.
Yes.
And maybe we'll end up doing a podcast. We're not sure. We'll see how it goes. We might do a little podcast
with the kids.
Yeah, last year.
I thought you wanted to do one.
I wanted to do one, but I'm not sure if we're going to or not.
Oh, okay.
But I think they like to do it deep down.
I would say yes. I think they do.
Yeah, so
from multiple, yes.
Yeah,
that's like they don't want to admit it.
And
but
people like hearing
them.
We just save that one for New Year's weekend or whatever. That one
when we're out of town,
yep,
partying, celebrating.
Yeah, we're celebrating. I mean, to get a week off is pretty good for us. And we're like, wow, we have a week off. You know,
it is. It's always kind of weird because we've planned it to have a couple, and we're always like, whoa, we don't have to do a podcast. What's happening?
Right. It feels weird. We're going on a year and a half. Even podcast Dan was you're about a year and a half. You know.
Yeah.
But he's a ride and die podcast Dan with us.
And I will say to our listeners, please keep listening because I read an article that was like, for this very pretty famous podcaster was like, it took me like a good 3 years to like hit it hard. Like we're like started flourishing.
Yeah, we were at 100. We're at 175,000 roughly downloads. So. You know, people are listening. Someone's listening. Whoever's listening to this, thank you.
A few peeps are, yeah. Thanks, guys, for keep listening.
Right.
Oh, Pete turned off.
Right.
Relax.
I can finally think.
Breathe.
No, I swear to God, I can't think when that sound is going off like that. Jesus.
I can't sleep when I hear that sound. I just start sweating.
You notice you couldn't. Here's a funny thing that we're going to talk about.
What?
And you couldn't sleep on this plane flight either. Oh. Kiley and I went up to see Allie and Brant in Oregon, and we took Alaska. Yeah, we took Alaska Airlines. We couldn't get seats together, so I was in front of her and she was behind us. Yeah, and it was only 2 seats.
We were both window seats.
We were both window seats, because I fucking hate the window. I'm an aisle guy because I got to get out.
This is the one time I wish I had an aisle because I had to pee the whole entire time.
Yeah, so Kylie has to pee really bad. She doesn't go in the airport. She gets on the plane.
Because I said, do I have time to pee? And the guy said, I wouldn't. So I'm like, fine, I'll pee on the flight.
Oh, right, yeah. I'll pee on the flight. So I said, before the flight takes off, go to the bathroom.
Well, and I went to, the second we got on the plane, I was like, ooh, I'm going to hit the bathroom. And the flight attendant's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, just joking, somebody's in there.
Right, and I'm going to just go to the back of the plane or wait.
I didn't.
Don't sit down.
I sat.
So she sits down. This lady looked a little crazy.
A lot crazy.
She had a leather jacket on.
She did have a leather jacket on.
She had a black leather jacket on, which is not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
She looked familiar, like I kind of knew her.
I don't think that you did at all.
But there's a certain dog that I hate.
I didn't realize it was that until she was walking off the plane. I thought she had a giant teddy bear.
Well, people don't know what we're talking about.
I know.
I was saying I hate corgis.
I know. Why
I
do
don't
you
like
hate
those
corgis?
little short dogs. I don't know.
Why do you hate corgis?
I know Skylar gets all mad at me when I say that too. I just don't.
I just
like
don't
corgis.
understand the reasoning. I don't care if you hate the dog.
They're just gross and little short legs.
What about like wiener dogs?
Yeah, I'm not into wiener dogs either.
Okay. So you just don't like dogs with short little legs?
I don't know. I'd rather a wiener dog better than a corgi. Corgi grosses me out.
Okay. Do you like Queenie?
What?
Do you like Queenie?
Yeah, I can't see
She's
her.
like a short little legs.
Yeah, but she's a little dog. Corgis are like big dogs with miniature legs.
Okay.
Big fat dogs with miniature legs. And corgis are like powerful and run fast. It's weird.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But
hold that thought for a second because I was laughing because I was looking at Hallmark Channel recently to see what Christmas movies are coming out and
Christmas with the corgis.
Yes.
Really?
Or like the corgis Christmas something.
Oh God, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You know we're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna save it for you.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
still no one knows why we're talking about corgis. Or what do they call it? Corgis?
Corgis. No, corgis. Corgis with a G.
So this lady had a stuffed animal, looked like a stuffed bear.
I thought it was a giant stuffed bear.
It was a giant stuffed corgi.
But it was a giant stuffed corgi.
What
which
the fuck?
Makes this story worse, I feel.
But this is an adult woman in her 60s, probably.
So
50s,
yeah,
50s.
For sure 50s.
Yeah.
So one, I had to be like, excuse me, my seat's right here to get to my seat. Because she's this 50s-year-old woman with her black leather jacket on, black sunglasses.
She looks a little distressed.
Yeah,
someone died.
Holding tightly this, what I thought was a stuffed bear, later to find out it was a giant stuffed corgi.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm like, oh my God.
And Kylie's pinching my elbow and kicking me and
stuff.
Check
out this lady.
I'm like, well, just tell her to move and go take a piss.
So she's sitting, before we even take off, she has leaned forward on her seat, clutching this corgi, and is sleeping with her sunglasses.
With her head against the seat.
With the seat in front of her.
Yeah, seat in front of her.
So I'm like, I
and
can't.
She is out, and she's like, she looks very depressed, this lady. Someone must have died, or something must have happened to her.
I don't think so, because by the time we got off the plane, she was walking in front of us, and she's like, oh my God, I can't, it's so nice to breathe air without smoke. Was just kind of bitching about life, and I was like, oh.
Maybe she was really hungover. She was staying in a casino, and there was smoke and whatever.
She was really hungover.
Well, what was the deal with the corgi? You think she wanted a circus or something?
Maybe.
Maybe she stayed at circus, got all hammered, and won a fucking corgi, and she was sleeping with it.
But I was like, I can't handle this woman.
I can't believe you wouldn't tap on her shoulder and say, I gotta get
For
out.
an hour and 15 minutes, I held my bladder.
Yeah.
And then I had to follow her into bathroom with a giant corgi.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What did she do with the corgi when she goes to take
I don't know. Good Lord.
Sat on the ground? That's gross.
Yeah.
That's fine. We were meaning to mention this corgi lady.
Oh, my God. I know.
She had black sunglasses on,
too. She
did.
I don't know. I took up multiple pictures of her because I was like, this can't really be happening.
We should post it on social media.
What grown adult woman does this?
Corgi lady. Her name is Nancy.
Nancy the corgi.
There's that movie where they said,
what is Hope Creek or something? Hope.
Yeah, it's with Tommy Lee Jones and
Meryl Streep.
And Meryl Streep, and they're in the counselor, and they said, if you had a hall pass, who would you do? And she says some movie star, and he says, oh, Nancy,
our neighbor Nancy.
Our neighbor Nancy, and she's like, what? The one with the corgis?
Nancy with the corgis?
Right. And at the end of the movie, she's like, hey, Nancy, and she has corgis running all around her. Well, you were sitting next to Nancy on the plane.
Nancy with the corgi. I know you're not picking Nancy with the corgi.
No, I don't like corgis or Nancys.
Or Nancy's?
Yeah. A long time ago, I had a girlfriend named Nancy.
I was going to say, you were dated a Nancy for a time.
I like Nancy. I don't know if she liked me, but I liked her.
I think Nancy liked you.
Yeah, Nancy
From
liked me.
how you tell the story, it sounds like Nancy liked you.
I'm the one that dumped Nancy.
Oh.
I did. And Nancy, I don't think she was worthy of dumping, but I was a little afraid of her.
Worthy of dumping?
Well,
someone that just didn't write you are a good fit is worthy of dumping.
Yeah, but if you looked at Nancy, was very attractive, and she was
a little taller than you.
A little taller than me.
Yep.
And then she was
packing.
She carried a gun everywhere. She wasn't afraid of snakes, and she was trained to be FBI.
Right.
It's not my cup of tea.
Nancy would kick your ass in a hot second.
And she sounded like Delilah. She had a radio voice.
Oh, that's why you liked her.
She had a great voice.
You like voices.
Yeah, and she kind of had that deeper kind of voice.
You do enjoy a deep voice.
I did like that voice, but it didn't really work out.
Right. That's all right.
Sorry, Nancy. I'm sure she's with a great guy right now.
I would assume so.
Some WWA wrestler or something, some masculine guy, not me.
So you're saying you're not masculine?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Not like she needed.
Maybe she didn't want that.
This Nancy needs a rock.
Maybe she wanted like a feminine, comforting man.
Feminine, but
oh, okay.
But I don't know. We'll never know. I'm sure we'll never see her again.
I'm pretty positive.
Maybe she listens to the podcast. Hi, Nancy.
That'd be cool.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm intrigued, Nancy. If you listen, I want to meet you.
Right. Kylie wants to meet you.
Oh.
But Nancy reminds me of you a little bit, though, actually. In a way. In a lot of ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah. She was very nice and kind of smooth and well put together.
Oh, okay.
Well put together and kind of more not prim and popular in public, like.
Right.
Yeah. And so, like, kind of how you would dress or whatever, similar styles and everything like that. So, that was good.
Nancy was like your prep for me.
What she didn't have that you have is that wild side and part of your side. Because she'd be like, how many drinks have you had?
Oh.
Me, I'm like, who gives a fuck?
I think this is like the first time I've ever asked you how many drinks you've had tonight.
When? Oh, tonight, yeah.
Because I was like, do we get a podcast?
Yeah, I'm like, shut up, Nancy.
I've had 4, Nancy.
Yeah, back off, Nancy. Go sleep with your corgi. Get in the car and sit with your corgis. Fucking Nancy.
Nancy. Whenever I do something, you like her and start calling me Nancy.
Nancy. Go adopt a corgi. Go to the corgi adoption center.
What if I do? What if you adopt a corgi?
No, you can't do that. It's got to be a mutual. We're married now, Nancy. Oh, wait, you're not Nancy. I thought you were Nancy. You're Kylie. If I call you Nancy and I don't get mad because we've been talking about it a lot.
If you call me Nancy in like a week, I might.
Right, yeah.
It's okay.
Nancy for a younger girl at the time, I was in my 20s.
Was that a popular name though? Like
I
in
don't
the
think
70s?
No. Nancy
80s?
for a 20-something-year-old the girl that was born probably in
70s.
I'm guessing she was a few years younger.
Yeah, she was born in the 70s.
Maybe it was, but most of the Nancys that I know are probably they're probably in their 50s.
Which is your age range?
I keep thinking I'm younger than I am.
It's okay. I get it.
Where does the time go?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna be laying there, getting morphine with a hospice, and you're gonna be looking all good.
Why are you with the younger lady?
You as wife, you're like, maybe.
Depends.
Why, you're pretty cute, doctor.
Yeah. Who's asking?
Yeah.
Once I turn my ring around.
Right. Well, I'll be free in about a day or so. This guy's going down. I'll be free in about a day.
And he has a good life insurance policy. A wink, wink.
Right. Yeah. Not only am I attractive, I'm rich. In about a day, I'm rich.
No, honey.
Oh.
I would mourn you for like a week at least.
Oh, I would
just joking.
More than that, dear.
I would mourn you longer.
Right.
Right. You're irreplaceable, unreplaceable.
I don't really want to go to old folks' home though.
I think I would only put you in
just
old
put
folks'
me in the room.
home if I couldn't
stick me in the room.
Couldn't manage you or hire somebody to
shit
manage
in my pants
you.
every second.
Well, I mean, I could hire somebody to deal with that, but
yeah,
only if it was out of what I could do in a home front.
Right. I mean, I like football and stuff. Prop me up. Put the football on, yeah.
I could just show you old games and you'd be happy.
Give me some Playboys.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
There's do they still have the Playboy channel?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Either.
I don't know. That might be fun.
That could be fun. Just show you some like videos of you in your youth. You wouldn't even know it's you. You might
that'd be
know
fun.
It's you. Yeah.
I would like that.
Okay.
It's weird when you get old like that. You like to look back and see videos of yourself. Probably,
or is
I do.
That sad?
I don't know. I look at videos of myself. I'm like, oh my god, my face is so thin.
Right. I think we all kind of do that. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Look how good I look.
Amazing.
I didn't even work out.
Oh, there was a photographer that was doing some headshots for River, I believe, at the time when he was really young.
Oh boy.
And I was there.
Oh my god, that long ago? That was like, I know what you're talking about.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
And then River was probably like 9.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so I'm there, and it was this real first round of headshots, and so I took a picture with River.
Yeah.
And I was just in my work clothes or whatever. And I go, don't worry about a picture. She goes, no picture that you ever take will look as good as the picture I'm taking now.
She's right.
And she goes, you'll say no. And if I go back to that picture, because I've seen it in my computer, I'm like, oh my God, look how good I look.
I know.
It's 10 years ago. And I was like, that at the time, she goes, so any picture that you take will never look better than the next picture you're going to take.
Probably true.
I mean, unless it's within a week or something, but it's so true.
I know.
And you can look back, but my teeth were a little gnarled in some of my earlier pictures.
It's
so
a
maybe
valid point.
I felt I'm like McDreamy.
Right.
What's that guy's name? Patrick Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey.
Yes.
So Patrick Dempsey,
in
he was
his
on
20s.
Can't Buy Me Love. He looked like an Ugg boat.
His 20s were in a good decade
boat.
For him.
Right.
Even his 30s weren't a great decade.
Right. And then he gets into Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
He gets into
there was something else
Grey's
before
Anatomy or whatever.
There was something, Sweet Home Alabama and something else before Grey's Anatomy.
This guy's getting pretty good looking, so they decided to put him on Grey's Anatomy, and he's McDreamy.
Right.
That's me.
I agree, because I met you at 40, 41, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I saw, I'm like, I didn't know you in your 20s, 30s, but I look at pictures and I'm like, 100%, I think you're hotter now.
Right.
My opinion.
It's good to be hot.
It's all that matters, because I'm...
Am I hot in my 50s?
Yeah. I find you very sexy, honey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yep.
Can you say that again?
I find you very sexy.
One more time. Kids are going, I'm going to throw up.
Stop, yes.
I was like, if you say that again, I'm going to die.
You know what? Well, how do I want to word this?
Word it nicely.
No.
Okay.
I'm not wording nicely. Just how do I want to word it? It's good that I can say that after all this time. I still find you very attractive.
Well, thanks, Nancy. I mean, Kiley.
I mean, what's your name?
Yeah, I mean Kiley.
But you don't even call me Kiley anyway.
Yeah,
so
I mean Corgi.
That's a little too close to Courtney, which you, I think, have actually called me that.
Oh, yeah, I've called you that for sure. For sure.
I think you've yelled that out many a time. Hey, Courtney.
Right. This podcast is sponsored by Eric's Concrete Pavers, Rockhouse Masonry, and Tahoe Pervious Pavements. When it rains, it drains. Right?
Right.
Dear?
Yes, darling.
Guess what?
It's that time.
It's that time. The last call. Who are we cheersing today, babe?
Well, I didn't prepare this very well today.
Didn't you? You told me who you were going to cheers today.
But I would like to cheers to Cousin Jeff.
Cousin Jeff, because he couldn't make it to the
Because he couldn't make it.
Oh, I so wanted him here.
Yeah, so a cheers to
Jeffrey.
him.
Cousin Jeff, yeah.
To, yes, we're sorry you couldn't make it, but a cheers to you.
Speedy recovery.
A speedy recovery.
That's safe to say.
Yes, without giving things out.
Right, without details, speedy recovery.
Without
I feel so bad for him, man.
Speedy recovery.
Oh, he wanted to come so bad, and I wanted him here.
And we love you, and we're
so bad. Yes, we love you, Jeff.
Sorry we missed you.
Karen.
And
miss
Karen
too. Thanks for the updates, Karen.
Yes. Bless your heart.
Yeah, I know.
And guess what?
What?
We finished before Cousin Tracy got here.
Just in time.
I don't hear doors slamming yet.
Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcasts, or just go to our website at www.lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I love you, baby.
I love you.
Kiki.